What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we've got some brand spanking new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, revealing official information. And so, let's get started. And first things first, what's been going on this week within Destiny 2? Now, in terms of the weekly reset, a few things did happen. First of all, Iron Banner went live, so if you want to go get those juicy Iron Banner rewards, go ahead. There was also an update that came out in which Iron Banner engrams can now drop at the end of game, so you should be getting quite a lot more Iron Banner loot in general. In addition to that, guys, the final test, the final puzzle was added in to the Imbaru engine mission. So you can now go forth and complete all three of the puzzles, the tests, and unlock the secret triumphs associated with them. If you want to know how to do them, I have done a complete guide that is linked right up above, so definitely check that out. In addition to that, some interesting information outside of the game. Right now, actually, Destiny game director Joe Blackburn, as you can see, is live on Twitch. Previously, he did say that he was going to make an effort to stream on Twitch, answer the community's questions and stuff like that, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. So, the TWAB came out while he was live, so couldn't watch the whole thing, but definitely a positive step forward with interacting with the community, and we're going to have to see by the end of the stream if anything important was revealed or stuff like that. But again, I think of an overall positive thing. But moving on from there, one more thing before we get onto the TWAB, there's a new exclusive emblem called Prost to celebrate Oktoberfest. Well, Bungie actually gave me 20 codes to give away to you guys. So here's what we're gonna do. Every single time I put out a video, I put out a tweet announcing it. So head to my Twitter at Rick Kakis and simply interact with the tweet announcing this video. So quote tweet it, retweet it, reply, and I will pick 20 people at random to give away those codes too. Now, for people who don't have Twitter or X these days, I do apologize, but Twitter is just the easiest way to get in contact with people who are the winners. So that's why we're doing it on that platform. So definitely go retweet that announcement tweet. Now, moving on from there, the brand new TWAB, let's talk about some cool stuff there. Mainly, well, we've got Festival of the Lost arriving next weekly reset. You can see this awesome promotional image right here with the new insectoid style armor sets that are going to be available. So, speaking more about Festival of the Lost, Bungie says, we're really excited about a new addition this year that will make haunted sectors more rewarding when it comes to the experience itself and the rewards they offer. For the first time ever, we are introducing Legend haunted sectors. There's a lot of loot to snag, so let's break down what you can expect below. First off, you have Eerie Engrams, a new type of engram for 2023. Eerie engrams have two uses. Players can crack them open individually for some treats, or use them as currencies for hocus focusing, in which we'll get into below. Hocus focusing, that's a great one. Okay, now they say how to earn Eerie engrams. Eerie engrams will have a chance to drop upon completion of haunted sectors. Legend haunted sectors will have a higher chance of dropping Eerie engrams. And then they talk about hocus focusing, so actually focusing those engrams. So they say Eva Levante has seen what Rahul has been offering this season with exotic focusing and has decided that she'll offer her own spooky twist on the mechanic. During Festival of the Lost, Eva will also offer players opportunities to acquire exotic armor with 4 focusing categories in addition to the legendary weapons Eerie engram focusing. So Bungie lays out that you have a weapons Eerie engram, so festival weapons for a higher candy cost. Then you have an exotic arms Eerie engram, exotic legs, exotic helmet, and exotic chest Eerie engram. Moving on from there, we have the hocus focusing costs. So what is all this going to cost? So here are the focusing types. For the arms, 1 Eerie engram and 2,500 candy. So candy is going to be like the currency that's dropping from killing enemies and stuff like that while Festival of the Lost is ongoing. For exotic legs, it's the same cost. So 1 Eerie engram, 2,500 candy, helmet, chest, and then you have a randomized Festival of the Lost weapon. So there's 1 Eerie engram and then only 500 candy, and then a specific Festival of the Lost weapon is going to be 1 Eerie Engram and 1,000 candy. So if you want the Jurassic Green Pulse Rifle, you have to do the specific one. If you want any of the 4, you do a random one. Now they also have some special notes about Hocus Focusing. Players must own the expansion that the exotic armor is tied to in order for it to be eligible to drop from Hocus Focusing. Required expansions for each exotic armor piece are listed further below. The Forsaken pack counts towards the Forsaken expansion requirements. Players will not need to have acquired the exotic armor previously for it to be eligible to drop for Hocus Focusing. That's actually crazy. Like, usually it's a big rigmarole to get brand new exotics, but potentially this whole Festival of the Lost event is going to be a way for players to catch up on that and fill out their exotic collections. They say this means players who are still missing exotic armor have a chance to earn it from Hocus Focusing, as I said, and players will only receive exotic armor for the class that they are currently playing while interacting with Hocus Focusing. So, the weapons Eerie Engram can get you these 4 different weapons. So the heavy a cosmic grenade launcher, that's the brand new one for this year. Then you have the primary horror story auto rifle, the energy Jurassic Green Pulse Rifle, and the energy Macabre Sniper Rifle. Then for the exotic arms Eerie Engram, you can see right here just all the hunter options. So Aeon Swift, Trixley's Grasps, I'll let you guys read that for yourself. Then for the Titan, you have these different options when it comes to arms. Moving on from there, for the Warlock, you have these different options for arms. I think the reason they're listing it out is it's not all arms in the entire game. I think the brand new ones are going to be left out, so that is something to keep in mind. Moving on from there, leg armor, kind of the same situation. We have the Hunter legs you can get from Hocus Focusing. Then we have the Titan legs. And lastly, we have the Warlock legs. For helmet, same situation. You have the Hunter available, helmets, Titan, and then Warlock. Moving on from there, for the chest, same situation. You can see the stuff listed here. And overall, guys, I mean, wow, this is actually a massive change, and this could result in this year's Festival of the Lost being one of, if not the most impactful limited time events in Destiny history. And the reason is because normally when you have these events, such as the Dawning or Festival or what have you, it's usually people going after weapons. You have a couple of weapons that only drop during the time span of these events, and so that means once you get the God roll, you're kind of done. And sometimes people are going after armor, but the problem is that it's not Artifice armor, and so players in the end game that have Artifice armor never really care too much about that stuff. But with exotic armor, no matter whether you just started the game yesterday or you've been playing since the Destiny Alpha like ya boy, you're still going after those God roll high stat exotic armor pieces. And I'm seeing stuff listed here such as the Phoenix Protocol for the Warlock, the Gear Falcons for the Hunter. Just in the chest section, those are 2 extremely relevant end game capable exotic armor pieces that you can now focus, and you can potentially focus a lot easier, or at least alongside normal exotic focusing. So the fact that you can now potentially use this Festival of the Lost event to fill out your cracked exotic armor piece slots, that is a huge deal. We're going to have to see how easy it is to actually acquire these focusable exotics, but oh my goodness, like, again, this is a very relevant change for a lot of people. I think this is a pretty big deal. And it also means that instead of being done with Festival as soon as you get the God rolls, the event's going to be relevant and worth grinding for the entire time to focus as many things as possible. But moving on from there, Bungie says, one more thing before we move on to what's coming up in PvP land. Do you like mementos? Do you like that slick new car black leather look? Then you're definitely going to enjoy the haunting new memento that will be dropping in Festival of the Lost this year for a limited time only. And you can see a picture of it right here. They say, just like usual, this memento is a random drop that will come in the form of an Eerie Engram. It won't begin immediately, but we're sure you'll triumph over any challenges that may be between you and looking snazzy as heck, or at the very least, snazzy as your loadout. So a limited time memento is interesting as well. Now, moving on from there, guys, they have an update to Checkmate, and specifically they have hand cannons will 3-tap any resistance, rapid fire pulses will 3 burst at 6 resilience, high impact pulse rifles will 2 burst at 5 resilience, and they've reduced heavy ammo spawn frequency. They also have a bit of an update to matchmaking that you can see right here, and an update to spawning to hopefully improve it. Again, you can see that right here. Moving on from there, they have a segment on next season, so things to look forward to in the following season. Crucible playlist reorganization, including a 3v3 rotator mode, competitive Crucible changes, including competitive weapon focusing, rank adjustment updates, and 3v3 countdown rush, Trials flawed card rewards, so rewards for win streaks less than 7, and more checkmate modes, so Dominion and 3v3 Clash aka Skirmish. Moving on from there, we have a section on the crafting. You know, when you could merge different crafted weapons and create absolute monstrosities, and that completely took over the game for like a week. Well, Bungie says for the immediate future, we want to commemorate this wacky time in pure Bungie fashion with a new emblem. Everyone who played between September 15th, the Friday at 9 a.m., and September 21st, the Thursday at 10 a.m. will receive the emblem when it's ready to go in Season 23. Here is a sneak peek. So if you logged on during that crazy time, you're going to get an emblem to always remember it years in the future. Now, moving on from there, guys, they have a section on sparrows called Drive Responsibly, Guardian. So they say, you don't gotta get ready if you're born ready. Always on time is a beloved sparrow for a few reasons, but the primary one is speed. There are so many other amazing vehicles to cruise around the galaxy in. So do you choose aesthetics or efficiency? Why not both? Beginning in Season 23, next season, we're making that need for speed universal across all sparrows. After all, you can't fight crime if you ain't cute, and that absolutely applies to our handy dandy modes of transportation. That is actually huge. Again, for those who don't know, always on time is literally faster than any other sparrow, and so it just feels terrible to take it off. So applying that speed to all sparrows now means all the different sparrows you earned in Triumphs or from Eververse or wherever, now you can actually whip out, and always on time will go from 80% of Guardians using it down to frankly 0. So that's a pretty cool change. Alright guys, there you have it. That is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content, be sure to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity and potentially win an emblem, go ahead and head over to Twitter at RickCacus and follow me there. Again guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.